Hello and welcome back to the Becoming Relentless podcast. We have a special quick one for y'all today. Hopefully you'll find lots of help in this one. So holidays have come and gone by the time this releases. And if y'all are dreading stepping on the scale, don't worry, we got you.
We do.
Yeah.
All the tips, all the advice, and honestly, we feel it.
Yeah, we are in holiday weight gain mode ourselves.
Yeah,
So
and that is
we feel
okay.
ya.
The biggest thing too is like whenever I know for a fact, especially me coming out of a show, like if I'm going to eat like dessert at night or anything heavy like in fats and carbs, something I don't eat, like tomorrow I am going to look heavier. I'm going to be puffy. I'm going to be inflamed, and that is literally okay because in 3 days from now I will be back to normal. Like accepting that is going to be like just don't expect yourself to wake up the next day being the same weight, looking exact same, like no inflammation, unless your diet's that every single day, and you're probably gonna look the same. But like it's okay to give your body some time to get back to normal.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like will immediately stress because they do feel that. They'll wake up and they're like, oh man, like I feel still a little puffy, like my face is a little puffy, or like my stomach's a little more out or whatever. It's normal.
Mm-hmm.
You ate foods that you don't normally eat, or you ate more than you normally eat. Like, what is your body going to do with that excess food and calories? It's going to try and break it down and digest it, but it might be a little bit different. Like, it might be slower. Maybe you have a sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your body is just sensitive in general and has a little puffiness.
Yeah, dude, I will puff up.
Yeah.
But I also know, like, just give it time.
Like, so the worst thing that you could do is stress about it. Like, after you indulge, the best thing to do is just get back to whatever you were doing before, whether that's like on a diet, not on a diet, like exercising, whatever. Just get back to your normal routine and your body will follow.
I do believe, like for me personally, the water's huge. So I recognize my face a little bit, but mostly like my stomach. If I'm dehydrated, there will 100% be, unless I'm in like prep, but there will be like puffiness on my stomach, and it feels like you gained fat, but you didn't. You literally, your body is you're dehydrated. So if I'm really giving myself water, like I'll feel and look leaner, which is like most people. So definitely stay on top of your hydration.
Yeah, drink more water than you think is necessary. Like keep drinking that water because it's actually going to clear it out. Your body holds on to water when you're not giving it enough. So give it enough and it won't hold on to it. You won't get that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with food, but obviously this is the holidays, so
yeah.
But if you're in a super, super low deficits, body's going to do the same thing with food. Hold on to it. Biggest thing is just don't judge yourself. Hydrate. Don't starve all day. If you're hungry in the morning, eat breakfast. If you're hungry in midday, eat lunch or whatever. Like don't wait for the entire day to eat that large meal and then realize that you're binging because you waited all day to eat.
Yeah.
I also am a big fan of, dude, if you're in a mindset of it's one meal only, let's erase the mindset and then instead, let's say you have 3 days to have leftovers. So that way you don't have to feel like you have one meal only to like eat, have room for you to have guidance so you don't have to stuff your face and like take care of your digestion over those 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. I agree with that one heavily because I do think a lot of people place importance on like, oh, well, it's, Christmas Eve dinner and that's when all my family gets together and it's this whole big feast. Well, you're still going to have food left over from that Christmas Eve dinner probably through to New Year's. Like y'all are going to have that food around. I'm just saying, like you're going to have that
how much food
around.
are you cooking? I'm just kidding. That's awesome.
My family be going in. But like I've been there though. I've definitely been there where I'm like, well, it's Christmas. Like I won't eat or I'll like nibble here and there. And then I go in on that dinner and I just feel so crappy. But then the next day the food's still there. So I'm like still eating it.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point of almost like overeating and indulging on that one day when you could have just treated it like a normal day, normal meal, knowing that you have leftovers.
Exactly.
So I think that's huge. That's some of the things that I had to like kind of talk my athletes through with Thanksgiving was like, hey, I don't want you to starve all day for Thanksgiving dinner. I want you to eat your normal meals. Like, or if they were on macros, I'm like, have 2 to 3 meals before Thanksgiving. Like, don't starve yourself.
Yeah. I'm big on that. Last year I did it wrong and I was eating sugar all day. Because like my family has like
Yeah.
like trail mix out, and then they have like cookies,
Yeah.
and then I was like, by the time dinner came, I was like, I need some real food now.
Yeah.
And so making sure that you're actually fueling your body with like honestly protein and veggies
Yeah.
throughout the day is going to really help you feel good. And you don't have to personally, like if you don't want to eat something on your meal plan, like don't eat it, but also pick something that's going to serve you right on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I do like for athletes just be active if they can. Like just be active throughout the day.
I definitely, yeah, I agree. I encourage that. Like you don't have to go train, you don't have to do formal cardio, but it does help to get movement in. And I think most of us, we like getting movement in anyways. Like if you live the active lifestyle, you like being active. Your body wants you to be active. So go for a walk. Like play with your kids, play with your dog, go outside. Like
it's also helpful because between meals, like you want to be hungry for that meal. If you're eating Christmas dinner, like you want to enjoy it. When you're already full going into the dinner, it sucks.
Yeah,
like, you're like,
it's not as
any
fun.
meal. Yeah, like that sucks. So if you're active between your meals, it's going to allow you to be hungrier and allow the digestion to be better. I'm big on ACV. So I think like honestly, take shots of ACV all day long. Like and that's just me personally,
It's
but
gonna help
especially,
with
the breakdown of the food because it's acidic. So it's going to increase the acid in your stomach. But have ACV, like a shot, 15, 20 grams. Honestly, take the bottle and take it to the dome. Serious. But do that before and after Christmas dinner and also your desserts. And it's going to help do wonders. I also like Mad Calm on that day.
Yeah.
Honestly, the days after too, for a few days, I just
Eating.
3 to 5 grams in the morning or afternoon. Mad Calm. Do you have any other digestive subs, I guess?
Yeah, digestive enzymes are always, I like them for like those big heavy meals. Glucose dispersal agents, GDAs, if you're having like a big meal with a lot of carbs, those can help as well. But yeah, mostly I like what you said, just staying active, like on the day. Apple cider vinegar is huge, especially for helping with the breakdown. And also just like remember that the holidays aren't about the food. So I know that we're talking about like holiday weight gain, and weight gain comes from eating excessive calories, but the holidays don't have to be all about the food. They can also be about the people you're around, the memories that you're making. And just remember, like when you're sitting to eat, like you can put your fork down, you can be involved in conversation. Like it doesn't have to surround the food. And I only say that because I used to be so all about the food because it was something different, because I usually prep through the holidays. So usually I have my Tupperwares, and then like it would either be a free meal or like a tracked like macro swap type meal. And so I would just be thinking all day about that food. I'd sit down with my family. They'd be chatting, having fun, and I would just be like
Chowing.
eating. Yeah. It's okay to like mindfully, take a bite, put your fork down, talk to somebody, drink your water. Like just take the focus, I guess, away from your plate and the food, because it's not going anywhere. It's going to be there in 5 minutes. You don't have to eat the whole thing in 10 minutes and then feel weird because you're like, well, now I want seconds. And
nobody else has even started.
Yeah. Like, and I only say that because that's me, like, or it used to be me, is I'd be so all about the food. And now I can just sit there and enjoy.
No, I agree. I also think just eating slow in general allows you to actually see if you're full or not and see what you actually want to eat next. And when you eat so fast, you don't even taste the food. And then you get mad and you're like, I have to get seconds because I don't even know what those mashed potatoes taste like.
I don't even remember what they taste like. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, dude. Yeah. But eating slow and then chewing really well is going to help your digestion. And then I like those points a lot. Planning your food. If you are going to plate your food, I recommend doing the carbs and not the carbs. skirt. Do the veggies and protein first, and then do your carbs so you can fill your plate with the stuff that's going to actually fill your stomach with vitamins and nutrients before you slap on the bread rolls.
Yeah. I actually like that point a lot, because if you think about it, when you're like sitting down to eat and like let's say you have a bread roll, like restaurants do this, right? They feed you bread, or even like chips and salsa. Like those are carbs, right? They're feeding you these empty carbs. You don't actually feel full from them. And then you order your meal and you can eat your whole meal. Well, the chips and salsa or the bread rolls were like an extra 500 to 1,000 calories. Like I'd be putting butter on the rolls and stuff.
Oh yeah, if
you
you
know?
didn't have rolls, you better.
Yeah,
enjoy the
I'd be
rolls.
chowing down on that. But you don't feel the fullness, right? So it's the same concept with these dinners. Like if you're for the holidays, like if you have mashed potatoes or bread rolls, yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think what else, like garlic bread, like
More bread.
more
What kind
bread,
of thin sliced bread. You got
sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on
Dude,
top, bro. That's
pecans.
all carbs.
Yeah.
But like if you eat that first, you're not going to feel full, so you're more likely to overeat. So, not saying that you can't have it, just don't eat that first.
Is stuffing like what is stuffing?
Yeah,
It's just
stuffing.
stuff.
I feel like stuffing is like bread,
It
like
is breadcrumbs.
croutons.
Yeah,
it's like
croutons and,
yeah,
like,
and like veggies and like chicken stock or something. I don't
just a
know.
bunch of stuff.
Somebody's,
I love how someone
somebody's
said,
yelling
"Let's
at
call
us
this
right now.
stuffing."
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're like, stuffing is this, and we're just like,
Like, I don't know. We just like the food.
I just eat.
Yeah, bro, same. That's funny.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I think it's important to realize like what you're putting in your body first.
Yeah, just be mindful.
Mhm.
You're in charge. Your body's not in charge. Fork's not in charge. Food's not in charge. You're in charge. Remind yourself of that as you're eating. I am in charge. And then your
I'm in
family's like,
charge.
what? Say it with me, fam.
Everyone sit down to dinner. I'm in charge.
That is funny.
I
But
like that too.
any questions or concerns you'll have, just message us. We'll be online if you're struggling with your mindset that day.
Yeah. And also, I know we've been saying it a lot on social media, but if you're listening to this pod, we would love to have you join our Team Mahaley Facebook group. It is open to everybody. You don't have to be Team Mahaley. You can just come join us. We do weekly Zooms. And we're going to start that in 2024 because the holidays. But we will be doing weekly Zooms. You can spend 30 minutes with us, pick our brains, ask us questions. We'll have topics. We'll post the calendar with the topics. But we'd love to have y'all in there as well because that is where we'll be answering like majority of questions, and you can get free knowledge, free value. You can connect with us on a deeper level.
There is a lot of vulnerability in there too. People share their to be honest, binge eating stories that happen and just their traumas and everything. And we just,
and how they've overcome like so many obstacles and so many lows within their life and just how they've blossomed and thrived. And it's an awesome community.
We got you.
Yeah.
Anything. Seriously.
Yeah.
But we hope you learned something and you're going to leave more relentless than ever. And if you need anything from us, hit us up and we'll make sure that you get the time, respect, care, honesty, and everything above.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.